I'll never forget the first time I encountered the Slenderman. I'll never forget the first time I encountered the Slenderman. I was 12, playing hide and seek with my cousins in the dense woods behind our grandparents' house. It was twilight, the trees casting long shadows that danced with the fading light. I thought I'd found the perfect hiding spot deep in a thicket where no one would think to look. But as I crouched there, I felt it. The unnerving sensation of being watched. At first, I thought it was my cousin trying to scare me, but when I peered through the branches, I saw something that made my blood run cold. It was tall, impossibly tall, with unnaturally long limbs and a blank, featureless face. It wore a dark suit, its stark black and white appearance standing out against the forest's earthy tones. It didn't move. It just stood there, silent and still, as if waiting. Panic surged through me, and I bolted from my hiding spot, crashing through the underbrush. The game was forgotten. All I wanted was to get back to the safety of the house. My cousins called after me, their laughter turning to confusion when they saw my face. I tried to explain, but the words stuck in my throat. How could I describe something so unnatural, so utterly wrong? That night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw the towering figure looming in the darkness. The next day, I ventured back into the woods, hoping to convince myself it was just my imagination. But when I reached the spot where I'd seen it, the air felt different, heavy, oppressive. And then I saw them. Crude drawings etched into the bark of the trees, stick figures with elongated limbs, circles with X's through them. My stomach churned. The sightings didn't stop. Over the years, I'd catch glimpses of the Slenderman in the periphery of my vision in the corner of a classroom, reflected in a window, standing at the edge of a parking lot. Each time, it felt closer, its presence more invasive. Friends and family dismissed my stories as nightmares or stress, but I knew better. It was real, and it was watching me. One night, I woke to find my bedroom bathed in an eerie, pale light. My heart hammered as I turned toward the window. There it was, standing just outside, its faceless head tilted as if studying me. I froze, unable to move or even scream. The air around me seemed to hum, a low, resonant vibration that set my teeth on edge. Then, as suddenly as it had appeared, it was gone, leaving no trace except my pounding heart and the lingering sense of dread. I became obsessed, scouring forums and old folklore for answers. The Slenderman wasn't new. Stories of a faceless, otherworldly figure had been whispered for centuries, passed down in hushed tones and warning tales. Some said it targeted children, others claimed it preyed on those who noticed it. All agreed on one thing. Once you'd seen it, there was no escape. Years later, I'm still haunted by those memories. The Slenderman hasn't appeared to me in a long time, but I can't shake the feeling that it's still out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting. Maybe it's watching me as I write this, its faceless gaze fixed on the back of my neck. Or maybe it's already closer than I dare to imagine. And now, you know. You've read this, and perhaps you'll dismiss it as just another scary story, but if you ever feel that peculiar chill, that inexplicable sense of being observed, don't ignore it. Sometimes what we fear isn't a trick of the mind. Sometimes it's real, and sometimes it's already too late.